arc of a circle. Now, arc of a circle, it is a it is a small part, or it is a part of the circumference of a circle forming its boundary. It is a small part of the circumference, or you can say it is a small part of the perimeter. Now, what do you mean by an arc? You have a circle, say this is the center, then say this part of the circle, only this part, I take 2 points, A here and B here on the boundary. Okay, then this length, AB, this curved length you see, this is called the arc of a circle. Okay, this is called, because this arc is a small one, that is, it is less than, okay, we'll come to that later, but this is called the arc AB of the circle shown. Okay, in fact, this is also an arc of a circle. The remaining part, this is another arc. Okay, another arc. So if you take 2 points, A and B, any 2 points on the circle, you get arcs. Okay, this is an arc, and this is also an arc. So any small part of the boundary of a circle is called an arc. Okay, now we define what we call as the major arc and the minor arc. Let's first define minor arc. If the length of an arc if the length of an arc is less than half the circumference of the circle, then it is called a minor arc. Okay, that is, suppose you consider this the green one, the length, this green length of the boundary. Okay, now in this length, clearly this length is less than half of the length of this circle, the entire length, right? So therefore this becomes my minor arc. Okay, and the remaining arc, the one that is outlined in blue, that you see, this becomes your major arc, AB. Okay, remember the definition of major and minor arc. So major arc, the definition is, if the length of the boundary of an arc, or if the length of an arc is more than or is greater than half the circumference of the circle, then it is called a major arc. Okay, so you see the green part, the length of that green part of the circumference is called minor arc because it is half of length of the circumference. And you see that the length of the blue outline part is greater than half of the length of the circle. Therefore, it is called the major arc. Major arc is the bigger arc. And we now define the semicircle. What we mean by a semicircle? If the length of an arc is exactly half the circumference, then the arc is called a semicircle. Okay, in order to demonstrate this, we have a circle with center O, and suppose this is a line that passes through the center of the circle. This line is also called the diameter of the circle. You know what is the meaning of diameter of a circle? Anyone who doesn't know? Any straight line that passes through the center of a circle is called the diameter of a circle. So this becomes your diameter. Okay. Now what happens? See this arc here is exactly half of the same circumference. Okay. This arc here is exactly half of the circumference, right? So therefore, this arc AB is called a semicircle. Okay. Let me write more clearly. It's called a semicircle. In fact, you will say, why are you considering only the upper arc? Why not the arc below? Yes, you can consider this arc also. This arc is also a semicircle. So two semicircles form this circle. The green outline part is a semicircle, and the violet outline part is also a semicircle because it is exactly half of the length of the circumference of the circle. Mostly, when you come across semicircles, you'll not be coming across the entire circle. Mostly, you'll be coming across this kind of uh, a figure when in problems. In problem, mostly you will be coming across this kind of a figure as semicircle, where this is your center O. Okay, so this part here forms your semicircle. This arc forms a semicircle. That is what you need to know. Okay, now comes the formula. And before the moving to the formula, let me just write here. This is a semicircle, also called as semicircular arc sometimes. Semicircular arc, and this length is called the diameter of a circle or the diameter of the semicircle. Okay. So with this idea, we will move on to the area of a semicircle. Formula for area of a semicircle. area of a circle, semicircle in fact. Area of a semicircle. Now see, that I've divided the circle into two semicircles. Let us call this as the center O, and this is AB. And this is another semicircle. Okay. So area of each of the semicircles, that is the area of the red shaded part or the area of the blue shaded part, A is equal to, if you know that the area of the entire circle is pi r square, right? You know that the area of the circle is pi r square. Since the semicircle, the area of the red shaded part or the area of the blue shaded part is therefore half of pi r square. So if you want to find out the area of the semicircle, say this part, if you want to find out the area, then the area of this red shaded part and the green outline part will be pi r square, half of pi r square, or pi r square by 2. Or similarly, you can say the same about your blue shaded part. Okay, that area is also pi r square by 2. So this area is pi r square by 2, and this area is also pi r square by 2. This is the area of a semicircle. Okay, and the unit of the area is, if it is centimeter, it should be centimeter square. If it is meter, it should be meter square. So square units, whatever unit is given to you. Next, we come to the part where uh, I'll we'll see what is the length of the arc, semicircular arc. Okay. Next part is length of a semicircular arc. I give you a semicircle with center O, diameter AB. And the question here is, what is the length of this part only? This green outline part. This is called semicircular arc. Okay. What is the length of this green shaded part? You know that circumference of a circle is length of the semicircular arc AB. AB, by AB, I don't mean the diameter, okay? I don't mean the straight line AB. I mean this arc, length of the semicircular arc AB is equal to, you know that the circumference, the perimeter of a circle is 2 pi r. So therefore, if this semicircular arc is half of the length of the semicircle, then it should be half of 2 pi r, which comes to pi r units. So if radius is given to you in centimeter, length of the arc will be in centimeter. If it is given in meters, it will be in meters, and so on. So remember, length, only the length of this green outline part is pi r. Okay? Only the length of this green outline, the curved part, not the straight part, not the diameter part. Okay? Is pi r. Remember, we'll be using this in sums. And finally, you have perimeter of a semicircle. Perimeter of a semicircle. This is very important. Perimeter of a semicircle. Now, what do you mean by perimeter of a semicircle? You see this boundary? The entire boundary is called the perimeter. The entire boundary, this length of the entire boundary, that is called the center O. Okay. The length of this entire boundary is called the perimeter. Now, if I want to, what if R is the radius of this semicircle, then this length is R. In fact, I had forgotten to write in the earlier figure also that this is your R, and this is also your R, radius of the circle. So this is R, and this is also R, radius of the circle. Here this length is R, radius is R. Okay. So if the radius of this semicircle is R, and if I want to find out the perimeter, that is this time, what is the difference between these two figures? This was only the length of the semicircular arc, the one that I have outlined, only the curved part. But here I'm finding out the entire perimeter of the semicircle. Okay. So this time, perimeter of a semicircle of the semicircle or semicircular arc AB, the entire length of the boundary is equal to length of the arc AB, that is first length of this, only this arc first, length of this arc plus the length of diameter AB, and the diameter AB is this length. And what is this length? This length is R plus R, which is 2R. Okay. So what is the length of this semicircular arc here? We have just found out the length of the semicircular arc is pi r. So we put it here, pi r plus length of the diameter is 2r. Now you can take r common, you get pi plus 2. So remember that the perimeter of a semicircular arc is r into pi plus 2. Okay. You have to remember these results in order to work out problems from this chapter. Exercise 23. Um, 23D, exercise 23D. Yeah, this is the exercise. So what are the results you must remember? I just to recall, area of a semicircle is half pi r square, or pi r square by 2. Next, area of a semicircular arc is pi r, and the perimeter of a semicircle is pi r plus 2. We will be working with these three results mostly. And of course, area of a circle is always there. Circumference of a circle is also there. Okay, all those results you need to remember. But for this exercise, mainly we shall be using these three formulas to solve the sums. Okay, so let's start with the first one. Let us start with 3, 3, 2. The question here is find the perimeter and area of a circle whose radius is, oh, this one I have already done. Okay, let's move on to the next one then. Number 4, 2. Find the area of a semicircle whose perimeter is 144. Okay, so this is just the same. Perimeter of the circle is given to you, or the circumference of the semicircle is given to you. Perimeter of the semicircle is given to you as 144. Okay, now if remember, in case of circles, when I had discussed that problem yesterday, find the area of a circle whose circumference is I had given you, and from the circumference you have to find out the area. What were you doing? From the circumference, given circumference, you are finding out the radius, and this radius you are using to find out the area of a circle. We'll follow exactly in the same manner here. So perimeter of the semicircle is given to you as 144. From this perimeter, we shall find out the radius. Okay. So we know that perimeter of a semicircle, the formula, what is the perimeter of a semicircle? It is pi r plus 2. I just discussed, right? So therefore, according to a problem, pi r plus 2 is equal to 144. We shall solve for r from this. Now the question is, what value of pi should I put? Should I put 22 by 7, or should I put 3.14? See, 144. If you see 144, will it cancel with 7 or 22? Will it cancel with 7 or 22? Is it a multiple of 11? It is not. Okay. But still, if I put 20 pi is equal to 22 by 7, still fraction values are a little convenient to calculate. So I'll put 22 by 7. So this becomes r plus 2 is equal to, or let's say cross multiplying, 22 times r plus 2 is equal to 144 into 7. That means r plus 2 is equal to 144 into 7 divided by 22. Okay, so now we shall cancel this. 72 times, 11 times. Okay, That means r plus 2 is equal to 72 into 7 is 504 divided by 11. That means r is 504 divided by 11 minus 2. Now if you take the LCM, 504 minus 11 into 2 divided by 11, which is 504 minus 22 divided by 11, and 504 minus 22 is 482 divided by 11. This is the radius of the semicircle. Okay, now once from the perimeter 144 centimeter, we have found out the radius. This radius we are going to find out the, from this radius we are going to find out the area of the circle. So therefore area of the semicircle is equal to half pi r square. So half into, put the value of pi as 22 by 7, into radius we have found out this much centimeters. So 482 by 11 square. So now this is half into 22 by 7 into 482 by 11 into 482 by 11. Okay, um, this 2 and this will cancel, and nothing else will cancel. It's 11 will also cancel, 111 will cancel. Yes, so what you get here is 482 into 482 divided by 7 into 11, so which is divided by 77. So this is 3017.19 centimeter square. Okay, so that's it. So this problem was very similar to your problem where the circumference of the circle was given and you had to find out the, from the circumference you had to find out the area. Here except that we are using the formula for circumference for the perimeter of a semicircle. So pi r plus 2 is the perimeter of a semicircle, and this is the area of a semicircle. This is formula we are using. In case of circle, we are using the formula for circles. In case of this, we are using the formula for semicircles. That's it. I'll stop here for today.